Well, and I'll just wrap up as we close out our time with just recognizing that so much of where we begin to be most helpfully shaped by and influenced by the gospel is where we get to that core heart level, right? That like the imagination or where the metaphors, the images, the things that we connect to emotionally. And so the image of a mirror, right? It's something so simple and yet we have it everywhere. But again, we see in a mirror dimly, right? Corinthians tell us. But, when you're thinking about this identity in Christ, even through, again, our secular psychology and biophysiology, we know that even as growing infants and the developmental process of children, we model and mirror after what we receive from our primary caregivers. It's very influential. We're made to mirror because we're made to image God. We're made to imitate Christ. But when you're thinking about this, concept of body image and identity, I think it's remembering this metaphor of a mirror. Whose gaze am I beholding? Is it me? Is it an ideal version of me? Is it an ideal version of someone else? Or is it Christ? And whose glory and image do I want to reflect? This beauty of even, again, the sun reflecting the fiery light of the sun, that the moon in and of itself doesn't have light, but it reflects the glory of the sun, and that we would want to do that and not get eclipsed by the world and have the light that we want to radiate forth and beam back. And again, that it's introspection isn't bad. Emotions are not bad. Beauty is not bad. I think what sin does is take something good and it corrupts it, and we make it ultimate. And so I think it's still remembering God values beauty. He is a creator, but we want to define beauty by what he values, and then let our hearts glory in beauty that is defined by and determined by God, and that our ultimate worth is, again, influenced by many circumstances, but it's not determined by them. Again, our body, our beauty, whatever version we think we have, that is not the most important determining factor about us. And culture is going to take us captive, again, to the lies of the enemy, if we're not actively recognizing and filtering what we're hearing and listening and ultimately buying into. We want that to lead to life and life abundant in Christ. And so just this idea of, again, the anchor, the root, the cornerstone, again, what has me fixed? I think of a gyroscope often. It's this fixed axis that's used for navigation, while all about is the swirling external that's influenced by forces. But there's got to be a fixed center that's not on me and not on others, but by God's grace, it's Jesus. And as we continue to build our life on him, I pray that we would experience, again, the freedom that he set us free for, and to be able to live in the world but not be of it, and to take our cues, our prompts, our lessons from our Creator and not the creation.